everybody. Welcome to this week's Glitter Pit. Welcome to Wednesday. Welcome to Dawn Day. I have a beautiful card kit for you. It's card class number 47 for you today. We're doing a little Christmas in July. We're also using brand new items from the online exclusives, which start today. Aren't you guys excited? I have so many cute cards for you guys today. So 3 cards we're going to make today. Let me show you these really quick. So here's the 3. They're all using the sled and the ice skate. I couldn't decide to use one or the other, so we're doing them both. For all 3 cards, we're using both the skates and the sled. So, but all of them are fun folds, so that's even more of a great deal, right? So let's go ahead and flip this over. We got some updates to go over. Let me turn this on here really quick. All right, flip this over to here and here. There we go. All right, so with the new month, July 3rd right now, today, we have a brand new host code for the small gift, which will go out mid-August. It's weird to say August now. This is the host code for the small gift that will go out mid-August. So make a note of that. This host code will be listed on my website as well along the right-hand side underneath my picture. So if you forget the host code, always go to my website, which is over here. Dawn Stamping Thoughts. Now let me put my name down there, or my arm down there, so you can see. That's my website. Go to my website, and along the right-hand side, you'll see the new host code posted over there, all right? So use that for the next 30-ish, well, actually, probably 20-some-odd days. All right, so let's go ahead and show you the new card class code. This is the card class kit number 47. We're using the Sophisticated Sled along with the Season of Green and Gold designer paper. And then I'm also using the iconic imagery dies. That stamp set, that die has a stamp set too, and it's also available in a bundle. And all 3 items are on the online exclusive, all right? So use this host code starting today through Sunday, July 7th, and when your order's at least $40, use the host code, and then you'll get this week's card kit number 47 for free. Also, since bonus days is also starting, we haven't got quite to bonus days yet, but I'm just giving you a heads up. Since bonus days is when you're earning coupons to cash in for August, you might as well bump up your order from 40 to 50. Then you'll get a $5 coupon from Stampin' Up to cash in during the month of August. Plus, you'll get a token for my FSM club. So if you add another $10 onto your order for the card kit, to make it at least $50 before shipping and tax, then you'll get the bonus day coupon and my FSM club, plus the kit. Now, if your order is $150 or more, you will automatically get the card kit when you place your order between these dates. And then also you'll get 3 bonus day coupons and 3 FSM tokens, all right? So keep that in mind when you guys are ordering this month. Bonus days is really a good perk for you guys to cash them in August. I keep saying April, but it's August. So, and then this is what we were just talking about, April. Sorry. Bonus days are coming starting today when you place a $50 order minimum, and it's for every $50 increment, you will get a bonus day coupon. Make sure you keep these coupons in a folder in your email box, because these emails with the coupons come from Stampin' Up directly. They don't come from me. So if you do not see that coupon show up in your email box, probably within a few minutes of placing your order, please call Stampin' Up so they can resend that email. Because if you don't collect all your coupons for the orders, you can't call in August and expect to say, well, I forgot to get my coupon from Stampin' Up and they didn't send it. So make sure when you place the order that you actually get the coupon from Stampin' Up. And I think it's going to be like 17 digits long that you're going to use for your coupon. And then in August, we get to redeem the coupons for any order. So but your order has to be at least more than your total of your coupons. So let's say you had $25 with the coupons, your order should be at least more than the $25 to get your coupons redeemed, all right? But for the month of July, we're earning the coupons, and then in August, we're redeeming them, all right? That's for every $50. And then you also get the token from me for your FSM club. So keep that in mind for the month of July, all right? And then also my Home for the Holidays Glitter Retreat is still open for registration. The registration will totally close on August 1st. That will be the last day for registration, August 1st. So you still have time to come, and I really want you to come. It's going to be a great time. This event will be October 3rd, 4th, and 5th. You come, and you're going to come to my hometown, Michigan, and we're going to have a great time stamping all weekend, meeting new creative stamping friends. It's just so much fun. Also, what started today was the Stampin' Glass Mat Studio. Remember, this was a celebration item that we earned, I think it was last year. We got it for free when you joined Stampin' Up as a demonstrator. But now, starting today, it's going to be available, and it is an online exclusive item. So you won't see this in any publication. Remember, that is what our online exclusive items are. They're available only online at my online store. Okay, if you click on the link down below in the description box or the link on my website, it will take you to my website. And then right up at the very top, it will say like, click what's new. And then you drop down that box, and then there should be like a little online exclusive little link there. And you click on that, it will take you right to all the new stuff. And then speaking of online exclusives, these are some of the items that are brand new. We have the Potions and Spells bundle. Remember, some of the items that are listed over there, they're not together right off the bat. We have been contacting Stampin' Up to kind of rearrange that grouping because I don't want you buying something that isn't a bundle if you are aware that it's in a bundle. I'd much rather you guys get the bundle because it's a savings. But the Potions and Spells does have a stamp set and a die. And the stamp set looks like this. I do not have the die handy, but I did get the die. It's so cute with the little cauldron and the bubbles. So cute. So a Halloween stamp. And then also this stamp set is also like a hybrid with an embossing folder and a die cut. So you get to die cut, emboss, and it cuts out. So it's really super awesome. And this is the Changing Leaf bundles, and I have that right here. I just have the stamp set over here right now, but I do got it, and it's beautiful. And then also, this is another cute stamp set. Now, this is a standalone stamp set. This does not have a die, but it's the Playful Ghost, and it's so cute. Look at the little vampire, and the pumpkin, and the witch. So cute. So we'll be using some of these items coming up, all right? So, and then also the 3 items that we're using today on my card class number 47, all 3 items are on the online exclusive too. So you have some new designer paper. This is another pack of designer paper, the Icon Celebration, which goes with the Icon Imagery Bundle Stamp Set and Die. So you want to check that out. And then also some new embellishments are over there. This is the 2-page printout here, which we're also using the pecan pie and the clear ribbon adhesive back dots. You're going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're going to get 10, a strip of 10 of these embellishments. So you're going to get 5 clear and 5 of the pecan pie to use however you want on your 3 cards, all right? So you will get a strip of those. So pretty. When you see them up close, they're beautiful. And then this is the Season of Green and Gold designer paper. Gorgeous paper. Let me just show you card number 1 here, so you can just get a taste of that designer paper. It's so pretty and accentuating the gold, right? Because that just screams Christmas to me. It's so beautiful. But this is also in a suite. There's actually a stamp set and a die. And then also the Greetings of the Season bundle, which I did get that one. I did not get the Golden Greenery bundle. I did not get that one yet, but I did get this one because I like all the tags. But anyway, check everything out on the online exclusives. There is a lot. Also, I have the printable ready. It will be posted on my website tomorrow. If you guys subscribe to my website, if you guys subscribe to my newsletter, you guys got a sneak peek of it, and you also got the link to the printable. So you guys can make the cards ahead, right along with me. And it's also a 3-page spread. Okay, so you got 3 really beautiful fun fold cards. They're not complicated fun fold cards, even though you guys know I love those kind of cards. But for mass producing Christmas cards if you guys decide to use some of these designs for your actual Christmas cards. Or you just want to make these for special people in your life. That's totally fine too. But I know when you're mass producing, say, hundreds of Christmas cards, you want them to be easy and simple to mass produce, right? So let me go ahead and put this up on my screen that I can see here. All right, and then also I did post I did not print it out though, but the printable for this week's card sketch number 333. This is this week's card sketch. So check that out. It is in the newsletter as well. All right. And then remember, every Monday we post a new card sketch. So you guys can follow that over there on my website. All right. Let me show you these cards. This is card number 1. And then I'm just taking them out of my envelopes. Every time I make the cards and I really fall in love with all the cards from the kit, I always put them in clear envelopes because I don't want them to get damaged in any way. And then card number 3. So pretty, but like I said at the beginning of the live today, we're using the sled and the skates because, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You're getting enough supplies to make all 3 cards the way they look right now. If you want to change the greetings up, or if you want to stamp with the Mossy Meadow ink, that's totally up to you. But I will be using the Cherry Cobbler. And look here, you guys. I know we have been waiting, at least me as a demonstrator, I have been waiting for the new embossing powders, and they are available right now. And this is the metallic embossing powder. This is called the Wow embossing powder, which you can see here. This is the gold. And what I will say that the powder looks a little bit finer, which it went on like, oh, it just looks super, super fine. So if you guys are interested in that, we also have the basics, which include the white, black, and the clear. And this is what the packaging looks like. Okay, so these are available right now on my online store if you're interested. But we're going to be using the gold. And like I said, you don't have to emboss. You can change the ink for the greetings. You can use the Mossy Meadow, Old Olive. I'm using the Cherry Cobbler. And then I'll be embossing card number 1. Okay. So let's get started. I'm going to first tell you all the scraps that you're going to get in your kit. And I'm going to show you how they're delivered when you get the kit in the mail. So you guys will be aware what this is all about because you're going to get a lot of scraps. So when I package up the kits, me and my husband, we put all the scraps into your, I guess this is kind of like a receipt. This is actually on here is telling you the host code that you used, as well as the bundle, and then the code to where you're going to find the video, the printable, the pictures, everything that you need for this card class to complete your cards is all on this all on this piece of paper. So I fold it and I put all the scraps, and then I also put your embellishments. If there are embellishments for the cards, they will be tucked behind here in this little pocket right here. So everything's tucked in here, and these are all the pieces that you're going to use for your sled and your skates, okay? And then in each of the envelopes, you're going to get the basic white envelopes. Each envelope will be numbered 1 through 3, so meaning card number 1, card number 2, and card number 3, and then you should have all the pieces in your kit to complete that card. And then you'll be die cutting all these pieces with the scrap, okay? So I want to kind of break that down for you. And I'm going to go through all the measurements, or not the measurements, but the pieces to show you what we're using for each of the cards. I got this one over here. All right. So in your scraps, you're going to have your real red, which is for your 3 sets of 2 for the laces of your skates. Here, let me show you. I'm going to just bring one of these embellishments over here. So you're going to have enough real red to cut out 2 sets of 2 and 3 of them for each set of your skates. You're going to have your silver foil sheet, which is going to be for the blades of your skates. And you're going to get enough to cut out 3 sets. Your gold foil sheet is going to be for the sled, the base. Can you see that sled in the back there? Probably not very good, but it does show through. It does make the gold like pop on the card when it's made together. But this gold piece back here, you're going to cut out 3 of them with your gold. And then also your mossy meadow piece for your greenery on top of the sled. And then your crumb cake piece, you're going to cut out 3 sets of your base of your sled. I'm going to actually put one of these together with you so you'll see how to assemble all the focal pieces of your cards, okay? So you're going to cut out 3 of your crumb cake, and then you have a piece of Very Vanilla that's not supposed to be in here. That's going to be for one of your cards. And then a piece of the basic white is going to be cut for your not your laces, but your skates and the bow that your skates are going to be attached to show like they're hanging on the sled. So cute. So like I said, I'm going to make one of these and assemble it with you. And I'm going to show you how to stamp your lace. I want to say lace, but it's not lace. Your bow that holds your skates. So I'm just going to use this piece of scrap that I have over here. So these are all your scrap pieces that you will be getting in your card kit. And I recommend that you die cut everything all at the same time. And then you're going to have all your embellishments. I have 2 ready to go on the other 2 cards. And I'm going to build one with you to show you how to do that, all right? And they're all put together the exact same way. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and start with card number 1. And I'm going to build that with you with card number 1, right? And we're going to do a little bit of embossing. This is such a beautiful card. All right, so here I have the skates that die cut out. Let me show you the die. This is the Sophisticated Sled. And this die right here is what you're going to die cut out. Now, I found that when you stamp it, it's better and easier to line it up, to cut it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave that out because I'm going to show you how to do this here on a piece of basic white. Now, see, now this is what my scrap looked like when I cut out the 3 of these and then 3 sets of your skates. So you definitely have enough space, okay? All right, now I'm going to get my basic white piece here, wherever there is a piece of basic white that I have. We're over here. I'm just going to use this piece of basic white for my scrap to show you how to stamp this hanger for the skates. Because when you stamp the whole set of the skates and the hanger piece, what you'll see is that when you stamp the skates with the being red, it's going to show when you put your skates if you don't line them up perfectly. So I find that if you just stamp the bow piece of the skates, which looks like this. Actually, let me show you on the stamp so you can see it better. This is the stamp we're going to stamp with just the bow piece right here. Okay? So we're going to stamp that. Now, you could also just stamp the skates and die cut it out. That's totally fine. But on my block, I'm just going to stamp and ink up just the bow piece of my skate holder here. So I'm going to ink that bow up. I'm just taking the top of my stamp and I'm just going to stamp that in the cherry cobbler. And then I'm going to take my basic white piece that you'll have in your kit and you're going to stamp that down. Because all I really want is that hanger part right there, okay? And then you're going to take your die and you're just going to line that section up, right? Just like that. Run that through the die cut machine. And then you're going to have your placement so we know where to put the skates. And then you're just going to put them on with the dimensional. And then once you cut it, it's going to look like this, okay? Super easy. So you're going to do 3 of those and then cut all 3 of them out, all right? And then you're also going to cut out your 2 skates. Let me just use this piece of basic white. Now the skates are really pretty clever the way they go together. You have a cut line here. I'm hoping this shows up. Can you see that cut line in where the laces are going to go right here? So when you cut out your laces, you're going to cut out 2 of them at the same time, as well as the blades. They're so cute. And then this is the sled part with the crumb cake. You're going to get your die to cut these 2 pieces out. And I'm going to take your pick tool, and I'm going to take out my little punch outs here. I didn't punch them out ahead of time. So punch those out. These are your laces. So cute. Okay, there's our laces. All right, so now what I found making so many of these, take your skate, and you can definitely tell the front from the back. So on the back side, right along where that cut line is at here, do you see that? I'm going to put adhesive, just a little tack of adhesive. This is going to grab those laces when these slide in to the slit in the front. It's going to grab it on the back side. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your little lace here with the real red, and then there's a little edge right here. Let me see. Hold on. Let me get my vanilla piece. You can see that there's a little edge here on the lace. That edge is going to slide into your slit on your skate. Okay? So you're just going to tuck it in. It's very, very easy. So you're going to just open up that slit line, tuck that in, and then the bow should be up at the top of your skate. See that? Isn't it cute? All right, and then we're going to take our liquid glue, and I'm going to put a little bit of a liquid glue line on the blade so I can put my silver piece, which is the blade. Oh, too much glue. I got to spread it around here. Okay, then take your blade, and you're just going to sit that right onto that glue. Line it up. Pretty easy. There's your skate. Isn't it cute? Here, there we go. So cute. And then we're going to flip it over. I'm going to put a dimensional on the back of that. Okay, we're going to do the same thing with this skate. Punch out my pieces. It goes pretty fast when you get all your pieces cut out. It actually goes pretty fast. I'm going to put my dimensional on next. That secures that lace on the back side of my skate. And then while I'm adding my blade to the front of the skate, I can hold that dimensional there. Take your blade. Slide that over top of the skate. Liquid glue is very forgiving, so you have some wiggle room there. So cute. All right, so we have our 2 skates done. All right, now we're going to build our sled. I have my base, which is the piece you're going to cut out your 3 pieces of your gold. Here, let me show you what that looks like. Your 3 pieces of your sled piece, and that's going to be with this die right here. Okay, so you're just going to cut out 3 of those. And then this piece here is the crumb cake that's going to cut out the wooden piece and the steering part of your sled. So you're going to cut out 3 of those with the crumb cake. And those look like this with your scrap. Okay, so you definitely have enough for your sled. So cut all those out, but we're going to put our sled together. You can see that there's little circles that are supposed to punch out. And then also some cut lines here. Let me punch all these out. Okay. All right, so now we're gonna just line this up here on this gold piece. And I know that I want my sled, can you see that? I'm gonna put my glue along the top edge here of the gold piece. Here. And through the center, just a little bit on the 3 levels. So it grabs my crumb cake piece. And then on the sides of the gold, just a little bit. And once you line this up and get a visual where you want it to sit, you can just put your gold pieces right there. I'm just gonna hold that in place just for a second. Oh, got a skate stuck to my finger. Okay, and then we're going to take the steering part of our sled, punch those holes out, and we're going to put this along the top edge. just a little bit of glue. I'm putting it right on this top edge right here where the gold is. I'm just gonna put that right up there. My fingers are already so sticky. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like so far. Because you're gonna build all 3 sleds the exact same way, okay? And then your greenery is gonna go at the top. So I'm just gonna place some more liquid glue along the gold. Just gonna set that right there under the top of the sled. Probably be good to put something heavy on that. Okay, and then we're gonna take our skates. Remember we die cut out the shape on where we're gonna put our skates. So it's just a matter of placing the skates in the little area that's open for the skate with the dimensional. And covering up that red stamped area up at the top as much as you can. And take the second skate. And that one's going to overlap that first one that we just put down a little bit. Just like that. So there's your skates. Aren't they cute? And we're going to pop those up on dimensionals. Put 2 of them on there. And then when hanging this up on the sled, I'm using the bow as my center underneath the greenery. And then that's going to be your focal image onto your card. Okay? So you're going to make all 3 of them the exact same way. And then we're going to put dimensionals on the back. Now you can use mini dimensionals. Those would fit perfectly between your plates of your sled. Oh, I better watch that with my ink right there. But you definitely have enough space to put your 3 dimensionals down the center if you want to as well. Okay, so I'm going to set this aside so it's ready. And then we're going to go ahead and make our card. That was going to be the most time consuming to make your cards because the cute fun folds are really easy. It's just building the embellishment. All right, so let's start with the card measurements. You're going to use your old olive, and this is cut at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. It's going to be a card front, and then another piece of old olive, which is cut at 2 3/4 by 11, and you're scoring that at 5 1/2. And then 2 pieces of your very vanilla, and these are both cut at 2 1/2 by 5 1/4. One's going to go on the front and one's going to go on the inside. And we're going to do our embossing of our greetings on those 2 before we put it in the card. And then our 2 pieces of the season of green and gold. This paper is gorgeous. Look, one side is gold accents, so that's why it's specialty paper. And then the other side is just as pretty. I love it. But we're using this side, but feel free to use that side if you want. We're using these sides, and this is cut at, what did I say this was cut at? 2 of them cut at 1 inch by 5 1/4. And we're going to put these onto the base. And what I found is that if you just put the edge of your designer paper, so there's a slight edge around the top and the bottom and the side, then the designer paper looks like it's a layer behind the base of the card, which is this piece right here. So just make sure your designer paper has an edge around the side and the bottom. And then see how this is going to get covered up right here in the center. So it kind of looks like you put a whole piece of 4 by 5 1/4, but you didn't. It's kind of an illusion, right? So then this piece is going to go on to the front, but we're going to first lay our gold pieces down, or strips, I should say. These 3 strips of the gold. Now this, you'll get a piece of the gold foil sheet and you'll be cutting your strips. And these are going to be cut at a 1/2 inch by 4 by 4. So a 1/2 inch by 4, cut them at a 1/2 inch. you should get a piece of gold paper enough to cut your 3 strips. So it's just going to layer right, I'm going to actually put the middle one on first, right on the sides of your designer paper. Okay, put one on the center, and then you're going to put the other 2 on either side of your center strip there. Just accenting the gold that's on this card with the sled. I'm gonna move that over a little bit. It's a little crooked. There we go. And then this piece goes at the bottom, right here. Okay. All right, and then we're gonna take our base of the card that you're gonna actually sign in. This is the 2 3/4 by 5.5, or no, 2 3/4 by 11, scored at 5.5, and this should be the same length as your quarter sheet card. Keeping it right in the center. I'm just kind of looking at it here. Hold on. Put it right about there. That looks pretty good. Okay. And then we're going to stamp. We're going to emboss, actually. Emboss our greetings. So let me get my embossing buddy. Remember, our embossing buddy, the tweezers, the little paintbrush, and the little tool that catches all your embossing powder will be in a kit that's called the accessory. What is it called? The accessory. No, I'm sorry. The embossing additions toolkit. And we're going to emboss in the center of one and towards the bottom of the other. We're going to use our Versamark ink. Man, that bounced out a lot of powder. And I get to use the gold Wow embossing powder. And you'll need your heat tool. Let me get my stamps. All right, so this one will be going on the inside of our card. And we're going to use the Versamark for that. I'm going to stamp this one right in the inside center. Yep, and then this one, let me tell you what this one says. This one for the inside, I hope your days are filled with fun and laughter. And then this one's going to go on the front. What does that say? Let's decorate the season with happiness. So beautiful. And we're going to stamp this one down towards the bottom of your very vanilla layer. Right in the center. I'm hoping that's in the center. Okay. And then we're going to use our embossing powder. This has not been available for the longest time, but it is available now, so you can get it. But it's so fine. And maybe it's just me. Maybe it's just because we haven't had our embossing powder for a while. So let's decorate the season with happiness. And then this one is going to be for the inside. So pretty with the gold accents. Now, feel free if you wanted to stamp this with the cherry cobbler or the mossy meadow or even the old olive. You can do that too, okay? All right, so now I'm going to heat set this. So let me get my heat gun. All right, so this might be a little loud, sorry. The heat gun has to warm up. I haven't been using it today, so it's kind of cold. So just give it a couple seconds, maybe like 30 seconds to warm up when you're heating the embossing powder to let it melt. I love embossing, the way it's like magic, the way it turns shiny and glossy. I love it. Let's do the inside. I hope your days are filled with fun and laughter. So pretty. Okay. Pretty easy. So I wanted to make a couple varieties of the images so you guys can do what you want, but show you that there are options. So you don't have to use everything that I'm using. I mean, of course you can, but if you don't have, say, the gold embossing powder, you can always use the old olive ink or the cherry cobbler. So this piece with the greeting on the bottom is going to go on the front of our little 2 3/4 piece here. Just like that. And then open up your card. Now, if you needed more room for signing, you could also add another piece of your 2.5 by 5 1/4 on the top, or add another piece on the back, a bigger piece, which would be your 4 by 5 1/4. So then this is going to go on the inside, just like that. Let me add some more glue down here at the bottom here. Okay. All right, so the card is actually totally done except for the greeting or the little focal image here. I need to peel off my backings. It looks like I already did that. So then you can put your sled right on the top. Oh my gosh, it's so beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? I love it. Now, with your embellishments, these are what the embellishments look like. These are your pecan pie and your clear adhesive, ribboned adhesive backed dots. They're so pretty. Let me see if I can bring them up. So you're going to get a strip of 5 of each, so you can decorate them with whatever you want, with your 10 strip or your 10 little embellishments, all right? So I'm going to save these because I'm very limited on how many I can get right now until I can get on the pre-order, which will be, well, it's starting today, right? So I got to order some more for the kids. All right, so this is card number 1. Let me show you the original one, which is the same card, and I put the pecan pie embellishments on this one. Isn't it beautiful? So pretty. All right, so let's move on to card number 2, which is yet another cute fun fold. Flipping my page over. And I will not be building the sled because I did do those ahead of time. So just know that if you need to refer back to the first card, I'll show you how to make these, all right? So, but these ones are already done for the next 2 cards. So we should be able to just go through these cards pretty smoothly. All right, so card number 2 is a fun fold card. And your dies will be cut out for you for this card. This is from the Iconic Imagery die collection, and this one is from the Countryside Corners. Let me show you those 2 dies. The Iconic Imagery is brand new, and it goes with this stamp set. It is available in a bundle, and these are the online exclusives, and it's such a cute stamp set. Look at all these cute images, plus these words and the large celebrate. I love it. And then these are the dies. So I'm going to cut out this shape right here for card number 2 for you with the Very Vanilla. But look at these other cute shapes for the dies. And then you have the stars and everything that kind of coordinates, or the snowflake, sorry, the snowflake. Very cute. And then you do have the stars over here. Very cute. And then this is a birthday candle, if you're wondering, with the candle light. And then the birthday candle, that is what those are. Okay, so but everything else is pretty self-explanatory. But these are online exclusive items. But I'm going to use the die to cut out your Very Vanilla, and then the Countryside Corner, I'm using the smallest one in the center for this piece right here. And we will be using the Cherry Cobbler ink for this one. Okay, so your Old Olive piece is cut at 4 1/4 by 9 3/4, and you're going to score this at 4 1/4. And I've already done that for you, so it will fit into our envelope when we mail it. So let me tell you that measurement again: 4 1/4 by 9 3/4, and then scoring it at 4 1/4. Then your designer paper, which is the same Season of Greenery and Gold, or sorry, Season of Green and Gold. This is the gold side with the Christmas bells. So pretty. I'm using the plaid side. This piece is cut at 4 by 4. That's going to be for the front. And then this piece of the Golden Vanilla, which will be for the bottom of our card, which is cut at 1 by 4. Then a piece of Very Vanilla for the inside, 4 by 4. And then your 2 shapes. Okay, so let's go ahead and build our card. I'm going to use liquid glue for this one here. Going to put our plaid onto the front of our card. Then we're going to stamp on this piece and stamp on this section here. We're going to put our strip 1x4 down at the bottom edge. Love the gold for Christmas cards. Don't you guys think the gold just makes a Christmas card? The embossing, the shimmer, it just looks so ritzy to me. All right, let's do some stamping. We're going to grab our Cherry Cobbler Classic ink. And let me clean my stamps really quick. Just get my, I don't know if my chamois is wet still. Yes, it is. Good. Let me clean this off from the Versamark. The last two cards I think we're using, yeah, this card and the third card is Cherry Cobbler. So, but use what you have, right? Mossy Meadow would be beautiful. Old Olive. Gorgeous. Okay. So we're going to stamp the front is going to say, let's decorate the season with happiness. We're going to stamp this onto that Country Corners with the Cherry Cobbler. Pulling this close to me so I can see it. This is a photopolymer stamp set, so you should not have any trouble lining it up. Very, very cute. You get a mixture of print with cursive. And then the inside on your 4x4 piece, we're going to stamp, hope your days are filled with fun and laughter. This will be in the center of that 4x4. Okay? Let me move that over to the side. All right, and we're going to pop this little greeting up towards the bottom on this little ledge here, this 1x4 piece. It's like perfect place for that. Sit right on the bottom where the card actually opens up. And then you're going to put your embellishment, man, my nose is itching. We're going to put our embellishment on with dimensionals too. Or you can just put it down. Let me see what side is what. This is the back side. But you can, like I was saying, you can put this down with adhesive or liquid glue. So it's going to go right in the center. I felt like the paper might have been too busy for the sled to have its focal point. So that's why I'm putting this piece of Very Vanilla right in the center. Just to add a little wow to my sled. So I put little mini dimensionals on this one already. Peel all those backings off. And this is just going to go right in the center of that front. Beautiful. Isn't that gorgeous? We're going to put our inside of our card with this Stampin' Seal. This is the 4x4. That right there. Okay, so there's your second card. Wow, that gold is just beautiful. All right, let me show you the original. You can see they're the same card. Beautiful. Which one's your favorite? I love them all. Seriously, when I design all these cards, they're all my babies, you know. I love them all. That's why I couldn't decide on what to do, like something different with the sled. I just liked it the way I designed it, so it's all three cards. They're all the same. All right, so card number 3 is another fun fold. You will be having to score this piece here. So your Mossy Meadow, here, let me flip this over. Your Mossy Meadow. I had a comment from one of my videos just recently and said I should look at the camera more. So I'm trying to look at the camera more. But people don't realize when I'm looking at my monitors because I'm making sure that I'm showing you guys in the frame where I'm not over here. I mean, I do have my grid paper, but sometimes when I zoom in, it's like it gets a little off. So I'm always checking to make sure I'm in the center of the frame with my hand so you guys can see exactly what I'm doing. So hopefully you guys are not distracted by me not actually looking at you. I'm here by myself and I'm talking with you guys, right? Okay, for those of you that don't make videos, I know it's easy to say, you know, well, do this and do that, but until you do it, you get all the, you know, the kinks worked out. But all right, so the Mossy Meadow is your 5.5 by 8.5, and we're gonna score this piece together. And then your left side panel of the pecan pie, this is cut at 2 by 5 3/8. And then, oh, isn't that paper beautiful? This is the Season of green and gold. That's so weird to say that. Season of Green and Gold designer paper. This piece is cut at 1 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then your inside pop-up piece, the pecan pie, is cut at 3 by 4.5. And then a piece of the Very Vanilla is cut at, what is this cut at? 2.5 by 4, okay? And then your front panel of Mossy Meadow is cut at 2.5 by 4. And then this Very Vanilla is 2 1/4 by 3 3/4. That's gonna be for the front panel of the card, where your sled is gonna sit on that one, okay? All right, let's score our base of our card. It's gonna be kind of like a Z-fold card. So on the 8.5 inch side, we're gonna score this at 2 1/8 and 4 1/4. Oh, we're gonna score 2. Hold on, I got another piece here, the Very Vanilla. This piece is cut at, this is for the mechanism. I forgot to put that in the envelope. This piece is cut at 3.5 by 4, okay? So on the 3.5 inch side, I gotta look at the measurements for the scoring. We're gonna score this at 1/2 inch. This is on the 3.5 inch side across the top. So 1/2 inch, 1 1/4, 2, and 2 3/4. Okay, that's going to be for the mechanism for the pop-up piece for the panel. All right, now let's fold all our score lines. Furnish these really good. And we're going to do our mechanism piece. Fold all your score lines. There's our piece there. All right, let's decorate the front. Let me use some liquid glue. Put our designer paper on here. Okay, this is going to go on the pecan pie with just a little border on that. Just to kind of bring in all the pecan pie. And then this is going to go on the left side of the Z-fold part of the card. Over here. Again, with just 1/8 of an inch of a border around that. Scoot that down. There we go. All right, and then we're going to stamp. Let's stamp our greeting for this panel right here with the cherry cobbler. And what did I use for that on the inside? I forgot. Oh yeah, the cherry cobbler. And we're gonna stamp, let's decorate the season. Let's decorate the season with happiness. We're gonna stamp this right in the center of the Very Vanilla piece. And this is the piece that's cut at 2.5 by 4. And this is going to go on to your pecan pie piece. It's a little bit more of a border there, but the idea with the card is that when the front is closed over top of it, all you're going to see is the pecan pie as a border. Okay? there's that. And then we're going to put our mechanism in here. Let me move my ink pad before we have a disaster here. All right, so we're going to glue our piece right here. I'm going to actually glue it on like this. Well, maybe like this. We're going to put our adhesive along the short end. You can see there's a short end to this piece. This end right here is the short end. So I'm going to put some adhesive along that edge. Oh, I just ran out of adhesive. I did bring a new one over here. Hopefully it's good. Yep. All right. So we're going to fold this over and fold it flat onto that shorter piece. So then your square looks like this. Okay. And then right where that was attached, you can see the back side. This is the part where we attached it. I'm going to add Stampin' Seal here and right next to that other side. So on both sides next to each other, right? We got, my fingers are sticking. So we got both adhesives on this side. You're going to make it into a square. This side is going to go down and this side is going to get attached to the card, backside panel. So I'm going to fold it in half. So now my side has one adhesive on this side and this side has got the adhesive on this side. These two sides do not have adhesive. So did you get that? So when you make it into a square or flat, two sides adhesive, when you make it into the square, you want this side adhesive and this side. So we're going to put this down flat into your score line right there, right up to that score line in the inside of your card. And then this side is the remaining piece with the adhesive. You're just going to fold that over. Whoop, don't let it move. Fold that over and stick that down. So then you got your card that's going to make a little box there. That's going to be the pop-up piece for the inside of the card. Okay? I'm going to burnish this edge here really good. Okay? And then this is where this is going to go onto that very vanilla piece. So you're only going to put adhesive on this side here. Okay, only on this edge that's closest to the front of the card. Making sure that pops out here. Just like that. Okay, and then set that right into that card. Oh, make sure it's right way. Don't do it upside down. And then fold that over and close that. And then when you open the card, it moves. See that? Don't you love it? I love it. All right, and then this is going to go onto our front piece of the Mossy Meadow. This is where our sled's going to go on this piece here. So let's pop that up. Got more dimensional backings. Remove them. Okay. I'm going to put this right onto the front of that very vanilla. Isn't that pretty? And then with the gold paper. Ooh. All right, now this is where I was saying when this card is closed, you want this Mossy Meadow to cover up that very vanilla piece right here. So you're going to strategically place it right over that. So when the card is actually closed, you're not seeing the inside of the very vanilla piece. All you're seeing is the Mossy Meadow and the pecan pie, just like that. So we're only going to put adhesive on the back side of this Mossy Meadow. Just going to put a couple strips of that along that left back side. And then again, I'm going to place this right over top of that very vanilla so it hides it. Making sure everything is straight first. Nope, gotta go up a little bit more. I can't see here. Hold on. I want to put my head in the camera. Right there. Looks good. Yeah. Okay, so can you see the way the pecan pie, and then when you open it, it moves? Don't you love it? That's a wow Christmas card. but still really easy to make. I love it. And that's it. Now, I would definitely put another piece of Very Vanilla on the back for signing. You could sign on this piece because it is getting covered up, but there's no way to sign over here because you're going to see that. So I would definitely add another piece of Very Vanilla on the back side, cut at 4 by 5.25. So pretty. And then I added the clear embellishments. I added 3 of them on the front left-hand side panel on this one, and it's probably not going to show up on camera. But this is the original one. Here, I took pictures of it, so I needed to seal it down. But that's it. That's your third card, guys. Don't you love it? Woo! So pretty. All right, let me show you all 3 cards again. Remember, your order has to be at least $40, but with bonus days and my tokens, you might as well bump it up, right? So with $40 using the host code, let me show you that again. This week's host code for card class 47 is this host code. And you'll get everything you need to make all of these 3 cards. Well, there's 6 here, but there's 2 of each. But you'll get the 3 cards. 1 of each in the kit, all right? Use this host code. All right, guys, if you have any questions, please let me know. If you like today's video, give me a thumbs up, subscribe. Don't forget to share it with your crafty friends. They might like to make these cards too, all right? Here's my email address. Please reach out. If you guys have any ideas, questions, or comments, please let me know. I love to hear from all of you guys. Don't forget everything that's going on with the bonus days starts today, the online exclusives, and then also the card kit, right? Card kit number 47. All right, guys. I love you guys. Bye.